Hello, and welcome to our vlog.
Welcome back. We are doing things a little different this time.
Yes, we're doing a talk through with this vlog.
Yeah, this is like the first time we've kind of went through these memories. And that's what this channel is. It's just like a place where we store our memories and tell our stories. But the first time we look back, this is from Mother's Day / Taylor's brother's graduation weekend.
From college.
Yeah, so we traveled back home, and this was a special trip for us because this was the first time we have kind of like left the house
Yeah.
in a big way since losing our car. And we talk a lot about losing our car, but honestly, man, it's been one of the biggest blessings, and we haven't been in a rush to get another one.
Nope.
God has really used the loss of our car to like readjust our priorities,
Finances.
our finances,
And really lock us in.
lock in to like, you hear that saying like, yo, you can change your life in
6 months.
And it's like
He's changing our lives.
He's changing our
our
lives.
mindsets and the way that we think, and just
So it's been a blessing to like really be at home, not spending any extra money, not doing too much, like just really focusing on building our audience, building our craft. And like, I know we're going to look back at these 6 months, years down the line, and say, man, I'm so grateful that we were able to focus.
yes. And another significance of going back home is that we haven't been back home in a year.
Yeah.
A lot of family, they haven't met Amora.
Yeah.
We haven't been back home since before we moved to Charlotte.
Yeah.
So
I feel like going back home always creates a little bit of friction for us because, like, when you go away for a significant amount of time, it's sometimes hard for people to receive your growth, especially as a couple in a marriage. I feel like that's been one of our toughest challenges with family and just going back home.
a lot of people are still are trying to grasp onto the old you.
Yes.
Who you were when you were living and raised in your hometown.
Yeah.
And we faced that a lot through our marriage, and we also caught ourselves going back and forth visiting to kind of please people, and yeah.
It's tough. We probably make a pod about it.
Yeah, it sounds like we're on one.
You're right. But how did it feel to see your brother graduate and kind of navigate this season of his life, your little brother?
It first of all, it felt so good to see him persevere through 5 years of college.
Yeah.
He had to do an extra year due to some unforeseen circumstances, and that was the hardest year, I think, because he was questioning if it was even worth it to continue on. And so I'm glad that he persevered. I'm glad that he finished and wanted to do school based on his own wants and no one else's.
Yeah.
He's in a family full of degree holders, and it's just good to see that he wanted to continue on for himself.
So day 3 was filled with a lot of runs, and it was tough for us kind of navigating Indianapolis with 2 kids. Like, we were back and forth an hour to Bloomington, an hour back, and it kind of gave us a new grasp of being parents and traveling and just the whole
It almost makes you not want to do it.
I know. It definitely.
Oh my gosh.
This was a tough It was a tough trip.
It was
for
tough.
us.
And granted, we were traveling, yes, back and forth up and down the highway, but I don't think it still should have been that hard.
Well, I think it was our first time really with both kids.
And it was our first time being out.
Like in a different state, really moving around. with
After
both
we had been
kids.
in the house for about a few months.
Yeah, so
So it definitely hit us where it needed to.
I was really happy to see my grandmother, who is still alive, 88, 87,
I think she's 86.
86. Ooh, don't.
I know, right?
I know. Don't get me, grandma.
It's always good to see Miss Connie. I love when we do go to Indy, we definitely make it a priority to see her,
Yeah.
especially her being able to see her great-great-grandkids.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see the generations upon generations all in the same room. I realized that I had to reintroduce myself to my mother this trip too, in a very healthy way.
Yeah.
We're both still walking through it together,
Yeah.
but it was really good. It was really good to spend time with her.
Yeah.
It really was. We got to talk a little bit, and I got to share with her where I am right now in life, and yeah, we're working through that.
I feel like it just kind of ties into going back home.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
I know. It
It's-
all goes back to that.
Of like, just people finally accepting who you are, you accepting what your hometown is, right? Because a lot of people leave because their hometown is toxic or they're trying to get away from something. So I feel like there's a little bit of grief that has to happen because it is the place that raised you. It is
Yes.
the place that you spent a significant amount of time at, and it's the place that where you developed at.
Yes.
So going back home as a new person, you almost kind of like have to grieve it. Like, dang, like, you know, you aren't the person that I can rock with now, but I still love you. But I'm just in a new place.
I'm in a new place.
I'm a new person, and I'll visit and I'll show love to you, but I'm in a new place.
That's coming from somewhere. I like that.
That was poetic.
That was very poetic.
Yeah.
You're speaking to me.
Well, we closed out the trip really grateful, just filled with gratitude. One, to just be able to be out.
Yes, to get back to this,
just
my
get back
brother's
home.
graduation.
Yeah. But then I think we had, on our 8-hour trip, we had a great conversation. And we had new
Perspectives.